Now, in 1976, Claremont Men's College moved to co-education. It took only a short while to establish an intercollegiate athletic program for women. Again, the advocacy and wisdom of Bill Larson was evident. His belief, and it was and is, that if the values defined and promoted for the physical education athletic program enhance the educational experience of our male students, then needed to be offered similarly for our women. The first 5 teams, volleyball, basketball, swimming, diving, tennis, track and field, competed as Athenas in our inaugural year, with a 6th team, cross country, added the next fall. These 6 teams comprised the women's program until the next growth spurt of women's sports began in 1985. Jerry Lahanis was the lone female in those early years. As physical education director and tennis coach for Scripps College, Jerry worked with Bill Larson to establish the Athenas. Coach Lahanis retired in 1981 and was inducted into the CMS Hall of Fame in 2006 as a foundational coach and first CMS Senior Women's Administrator. The next milestone in our women's history was the hiring of Jodie Burton in 1979. With her vibrant enthusiasm and broad-based skill set, she joined the program to coach basketball and volleyball. After 1981, the women's teams were coached by Professor Gail Hopkins for men's and women's cross country and track, Jodie Burton, and part-time coaches for swimming and tennis. Beginning in 1989, we were able to stretch the women's program. We were able to strengthen the women's program with full-time head coaches and faculty members. And this has been the principle continued throughout the growth of our program to the 11 women's teams that we sponsor today. Now, Jodie and I started in 1979 and grown up together under the guidance of Bill Larson, later John Zinda. The major difference was that I inherited a well-established aquatic program, and hers was still in the very formative years. On top of that, she ended up being the lone full-time female in our department, until we were able to add staffing to accommodate the growth of soccer, softball, water polo, lacrosse, and golf. Throughout the past 35 years, Jodie has been the outspoken and tenacious advocate for equity across sports and gender. For all that time, she was not only coaching, but carrying the banner for women's athletics. Jodie was inducted into the CMS Hall of Fame in 2012 as our outstanding and foundational coach, leader, and senior women's administrator for our CMS program. I am proud to say, and Jodie is coaching our golf team today, a very successful program. I'm proud to say that we continue to strive to provide equitable and comparable opportunities for all student athletes, male and female. We're not perfect, but we are working to provide the very best possible educational experience to enhance the overall education for our Claremont McKenna, Harvey Mudd, and Scripps students. So tonight, I'd like to take a moment to recognize and to thank Jodie Burton for her great contributions to the development of our CMS Athenas and our overall athletic program. She has worked with 4 directors of athletics, Bill Larson, John Zinda, David Wells, and now me. God bless her. Perhaps the very best person to make this recognition is one of our special people in the house tonight, the person who saw in Jodie Burton the qualities that would add value to our CMS program and hired her. And that is Founding Director of Athletics and Physical Education, Dr. William Bill Arce. Coach Arce and President Hiram Jodash from CMC will join me up here. We will recognize Jodie Burton.
Jodie, where are you at?
Well, like I said last night, my outfielders can hear me, and so can the umpires, so I don't need a microphone. Just want everybody here to know how pleased and proud I was of getting onto this staff. Our first two football coaches, Chris Cone and John Zinda, Gus Farnaday and Mike Sutton in the aquatics program, Ted Ducey and David Wells. I could go on, but I think maybe the best hire I made of all of those people was Jodie Burton. Even before Title IX, I felt it important that women's teams be coached by women. And I wanted a woman to coach our women's basketball team. In addition, I thought it would be a lot more interesting and enjoyable than to interview women than to interview men. Anyway, I just want to say that I've been so pleased and proud of Jodie Burton and the work she's done here with our basketball program, our physical education classes, and now with the golf team, but also in the community. And above all else, what she instilled in her women athletes through her own personality and strong beliefs and character. Jodie, I'm very pleased and proud to read what is on the plaque. And it says, on the occasion of the final regular season basketball game in Ducey Gymnasium, Jodie Burton, coach, administrator, mentor, dedicated advocate for women's athletics for Claremont McKenna, Harvey Mudd, and Scripps College, February 20th, 2014.
Thank you very much for that appreciation for Jodie, for all the time that we spent. Now, while we're in appreciation mode, let's do this. Please join with Coach Burton. All of the basketball and volleyball alumni in the gym, and their coaches who are here tonight at Ducey Gym, please stand and remain standing for a minute. All of our basketball alumni, volleyball alumni, coaches. Let's have this group, please, all of our alumni, current students, student athletes, coaches, faculty, and staff who have benefited from and enjoyed activities and the services provided through Ducey Gymnasium and the Physical Education Athletic Program during your time in Claremont. Please stand up. You are representative of the 700 Stags and Athenas who have competed in Ducey Gym. You also are members of teams that have registered over 900 victories. And after last night, 25 SCIAC championships in Ducey Gym since we opened the doors. As an old Stag, I am so proud of our competitive successes in the SCIAC and NCAA. While we can't win them all, we do try. And this founding principle of CMS Athletic Program has us striving for success, competing intensely and fairly, and learning from our successes and disappointments. So in closing, I would just like to thank you all for staying here, your attention and your support for this special event. We're about 5 minutes away from the second half, so I will say again, thank you all, and go Athenas!